a very robust and interesting conversation. Interrogation to Broaddus happening there. We'll have to pick that up on air in a little bit. It's time now for Eric Chiafalo's Mount Rushmore segment, I believe.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I just went to go get something to drink. How did that all start?
Okay, well, I can tell you how it started.
All right. Yeah, here's how it started.
There was a Detroit man that has been arrested after he fell asleep while,
pleasuring himself.
Choking the old chicken.
At a showing of this movie called Love Lies Bleeding, which apparently is about two lesbian bodybuilders.
Okay.
And so he passed out with his genitalia out and then was found by workers at the cinema and was then arrested for it.
Okay.
So then we were talking about, they've got... Eric
I was curious if this was like a normal movie theater or one of those particular kinds of theaters.
Right, and it was a normal movie theater.
Oh.
And then we were talking about, how does that... Has anyone really been to those other type of theaters? But
we assumed back in Broaddus' day, perhaps, it was more of a
Are
thing.
you kidding me?
Yeah,
have y'all been on 35?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I've
They
been
are
by them.
packed.
Yeah.
They stay packed.
Yeah.
Like at all times of the day, dude.
Unbelievable.
But I just never knew how that worked. Like, is it like a normal movie theater layout where everyone else around you is also taking care of it?
Broaddus sounds like he's a...
I'm an expert at this. I'm an expert at this.
It sounds uncomfortable.
No, this is...
You and John Gruden took on the theater together back in your day.
I'm an expert on this. Hold on.
There were times where they had that theater setting, and then it became individual booths. So you could go in and they had movies and everything that you could buy, but then they had now they have the individual booths. But back in the 80s, they
good
had
old days.
the theater set up.
Gotcha.
And you're just kind of, bumping elbows with the guy next to you?
Yeah, everybody's
Try to
spaced
spread
out,
out.
probably. Yeah, everybody's got to think spread out. I went into the
Kleenex down
It'd
here.
be so packed, bro. Sunday mornings.
Yeah, I went
it's
into
just
the
Johnson
crazy.
& Johnson.
the movie where you could buy the movie part of it that's like a lot of uncomfortable walking around, you're like looking at it.
You going for the movie?
Yeah,
My
like,
turn?
no, you go ahead and take that one. I'll walk down to this
Looks like
section.
you're more ready than I am, sir.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I never went into that theater part of the stuff.
What were the concessions like at that theater?
It was like least expensive. They did
deals?
Yeah, you had some good
Shrimp
deals.
cocktail.
Yeah.
Extra butter.
It's kind of like the topless bar scene, where you businessman special. No.
Good Lord.
But no,
thank you for that education, because we had no idea.
Yeah, that's how you used to VHS movies and stuff like that back in the day.
So
Way back in the day,
This
I guess.
is an interesting segue.
So you would go rent the movies from them, or you'd watch the movies there?
You could rent the movies and bring them back, or you could buy them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God for the internet.
So Mike Madonna's getting his statue unveiled.
Yeah, he is.
The AAC this weekend. It's gonna be pretty incredible.
Bring your tissues.
Monumental, some are saying.
You're going to get a little surprised if you go on that site that we all talk about, the
Hub.
The Hub.
I saw that. I saw that story as well.
No, you didn't. You saw it because you went on it and it blocked you. Is what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
They banned in America now?
Banned in Texas.
Texas only.
They make you, they're going to make you. They're going to make you sign in, right?
Well, Texas. The story is Texas put a rule out there that says you have to, in the state of Texas, we are going to force anyone who wants to access the Hub website to acknowledge that they're 18 years old or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so the Hub has decided to go ahead and just say, okay, Texas, if that's what you want to do, we're not going to give anybody in the state of Texas the option for our website.
Yeah.
So I guess they're just being petty.
We've been
It's at the-
C-blocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
because the kids that aren't 18 will just hit yes, enter.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
mean, there's
think
competitors.
I think
the Hub is frustrated at the state of Texas for doing
yeah,
that.
they're
Who the hell does the Hub think they is? They're just bogarting all the film.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you the truth. It's really weird, though. It's really weird. Just get stuff banned right and left here. Freest country, but least freest country is the way it looks to me.
I'm with you.
It's the freest if you want a gun or if you want 100 guns.
Yeah.
Freest. Everything else, least free. And I want both. I have lots of guns. I love them. I'm not making fun of guns. Please. Get your bleep together, Texas. We're either the most free or not. Okay? You're just a bunch of hypocrites.
All right, give me Staubach, Madonna, Dirk, and Pudge.
Of guys you'd most like to sit next to at the theater?
Well, that would be Emmett.
It'd be
He
Emmett
sits
highlights on the screen is what it would
sit
be.
next to Pudge every day.
Hey,
at
look
the
at this
theater.
video I made for you. Come sit down.
There's a lot of guys named Pudge.
New Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore of dudes you'd most like to go to the theater with. 877-881-1053.
Michael, 'cause that would be a party.
Oh, my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Michael, that would be fun.
Janko seems like a wild animal.
El Blondie.
El Blondie. But I think I nailed it with my Mount Rushmore.
Say yours again one more time. I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to go Roger the Dodger, Roger Staubach. Give me Mike Modano.
Yes.
Absolutely, I will take Dirk. I think he's a no-brainer.
That's a yes.
The question would be which Ranger would I want, and I think ultimately I'm going to go with Pudge.
So no triplets.
And it was hard not to, but I think ultimately the cowboy to me that should be on Mount Rushmore, the first quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, Captain America himself, Roger Staubach.
You want champions. So the easy answer, the clear answer is Dirk and Troy and Roger and Corey Seager.
I was going to say Corey Seager needs to be on
about
this.
Seager if it was too early or not, but World Series MVP, I'm totally fine with putting Corey Seager on there.
I think there have been players that have had more storied Ranger careers, but in the memory of DFW sport, Corey Seager's chapter is way bigger than anybody else who's played for the Texas Rangers because of what he did last November.
It's tough to argue.
Yeah.
I mean, should we go? I know it's Mike McDonough getting a damn statue, but should we argue for like Red Hull,
Yeah, I mean,
Eddie Belfour,
Darian Hatcher, Captain
Ken Hitchcock.
Ken? Well, Ken, I mean that statue would be interesting. You got to.
I threw
the neck would have to be huge.
I threw a coach manager in my
a lot of materials.
I threw a coach manager in my 4.
Did you?
Tom
Landry?
Landry?
No, I went Darren Woodson,
Okay.
Mike Modano, Dirk. I went Bruce Bochy for my baseball guy.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Respect,
How
dude.
about that? My man's
Shots fired at CY.
Dawson said, okay.
I'm just busting your balls,
He
bro.
hired it.
Give me a Valdi. You gotta bleep yourselves.
But Dawson said, give me a champion. Give me a
Yeah.
champion. Give me a guy. Bruce Bochy,
Respect.
champion. Not only here, other places too.
Yeah, I think if you want to do the thing where, hey, the sort of the face of the first championship for any one of these
He
big
navigated
four,
that thing.
yeah,
did.
absolutely.
His head is so big, he probably needs his own mountain, though, Brian. Just not
We'd
to
have to
nitpick.
buy part of the
That's
range. We'd have to go into
Everyone else has
South
tiny
Dakota.
heads.
Bochy's head would look like
Where's
like
Mount
Shaq
Rushmore
sitting
anyway?
on these sets that he sits next to normal people.
Yes.
You can obviously tell. But, I mean, Madonna's 16 years in Dallas, and he brings the sport here. He's the ambassador for the team and the sport, bringing hockey to the community, I think is part of the
I got to
the
tell you
argument
what,
for Mike.
when we talked to him last year at the golf event, his energy about Dallas really turned me off.
Well, yeah, but he was.
Yeah, he
I think
had
he
a
was
little bit of
upset.
a
I think he was
falling
upset
out.
with the falling out.
Yeah. I mean, he ended his career with the Red Wings. I think he was actually in the Red Wings front office for a little bit.
Yeah, but he was at the Minnesota. He was with the Minnesota Wild when we interviewed him, right?
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
More of a Stankoven guy myself, but yes, that's
I
an
do love me
accurate
some
point.
Stanky.
Heck yeah.